Independent Women's Forum, Hadley Heath Manning. What Joe Lieberman was saying is she is not the future of the party. Raising taxes is not the future of the party. But though he might quibble with the 70% figure she has, Hadley, I talked to the Budget Committee chief who's taken over in the House, Congressman Yarmouth, who does want to raise corporate taxes, bring them up to 28%, is open to a tax on the wealthy, maybe not 70%. But you are definitely hearing talk of raising revenue from the Democratic Party.
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt that that's the direction they want to go in. Just look at the resistance that they put forward when it came to the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that passed at the end of 2017. They were clearly not in favor of reducing taxes, wanting instead to increase taxes, particularly on high earners. As the congressman said, maybe not necessarily to raise revenue, but certainly to send a political message that they believe in, charging the rich their quote unquote fair share. That's certainly an important talking point for the left. And I'll disagree with Joe Lieberman here and say that I do believe that Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in a lot of ways does represent the future of the Democrat Party, at least when it comes to their brand. She's a spokeswoman who's very likable. She may be wrong on a lot of the economic
I think
ideas.
You're right.
But
I told him as much. I mean, as the interview continued, that is kind of the message. It's a populist appeal. It's a very progressive message, and it's one that's endorsed by a lot of the incoming committee chairmen and women who have a view that that tax cut was way too much and they got to dial it back.
That's right. And I think not only will we see Democrats proposing ways to soak the rich or raise revenues in other ways, but they've got a lot of ideas, especially the Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, about how to spend that money when she's coming forward with the Green New Deal and, of course, her support for socialized medicine. Right. These are ideas that, we ought to be, looking at as a country and having a debate over the ideas. I welcome that. I think it's good for both the Democrat Party and the Republican Party to focus on ideas.
I'm sorry, but you know what I welcome from her? Yeah, I'm not one who endorses a 70% top rate or anything approaching that, but at least she realized with some of the goals she has, aggressive though they are, and you can argue them, she realizes you have to pay for them. Now, slapping a 70% tax on the wealthy isn't going to do it, but at least she realizes that the existing system and just sort of pie in the sky and assuming you can, put it on a credit card, I will give her that. So I think people who dismiss her in her argument do so at their peril.
Oh, absolutely. And she is focused, as I was saying, on the ideas, on some policy suggestions, even if they're wrong. It's better to have a debate about the ideas than, to be constantly attacking President Trump or, relitigating some of the differences that the party, members have when it comes to personality or, getting at each other's throats on a personal level. It's much more productive for members to be talking about ideas, even if they're bad ideas. At least we're having the discussion.
Well put. Hadley, great seeing you.